Hello YouTube, this is Tier 1 Defense and we're doing another gear review, this time on...
Hi, what we have here today is Crye Precision G3 combat pants in AOR2 pattern. We have is a combat pant and a combat shirt. So if you guys don't know what this pattern is, this is called AOR2. This is the United States Navy's official, was their official woodland pattern, but just recently, within the last week, the Navy has posted that this is the official camo pattern of the Navy. They used to use a blue and gray pattern, a tan and a green, 3 different variants. Through testing, they have finally made their selection. So moving into 2018, transitioning, this will be the official camo of the United States Navy.
Very good.
We have it in a set by Crye Precision. You guys, I'm sure you guys have all heard of Crye in the past. If you haven't, they're a great manufacturer of combat equipment, apparel, pants, chest rigs, armor, pouches, and we'll start off here, with these are their G3 pants. What makes a Crye G3 combat pant so unique than your standard pant? First, you start looking as their pocket orientation. You'll notice they have a top pocket, a front thigh pocket, and a side pocket, along with a lower calf pocket. But really starts to notice the difference is in the knee pad or the knee region. So the knee has been reinforced, and it also actually has a different material in between the knee that actually has like some stretch and some give to it. So when you are flexing in your knee, it does give that extra bit of mobility. Also, you say there is no knee pad. Crye makes removable knee pads is how their system works. It's very simple. So you can wash them and take out the knee pads.
Okay.
But it has this flap here, and you're able to tuck it down in. Take your knee pad.
So these knee pads, do they stay in place?
Oh, really good. They do not come off. So there's a reason why. So what makes them unique? So once you're in there, there's a layer of Velcro and then some neoprene around there, and it has enough of a hard shell on the outside to stop from any kind of abrasion or rock. They're definitely not something you want to do like a Call of Duty slide on, or like a hard shell knee pad, but they do that. What keeps them in place on your knee is on the side. You'll see there's an adjustment strap that allows it to cinch it down to your knee. And then also people's knee or legs are different heights. So how do you get it in the right position? In the thigh pocket, you'll notice there's a bungee here. And this actually will pull the knee pad farther up into your knee. It'll adjust the height of the knee pad so you can get it dialed in right on your knee, so it's not low. If you have different legs or long legs, it allows you to dial that knee pad into the right location.
That's awesome.
One of the other additional features of the Crye G3 pants is the back portion is that same stretchy material, along with, if you were to look in the crotch, where tears would happen.
Right. Where you need stretch, where you need give.
Totally. And then if you're worried about like sizing as well too, these fit really great on US sizes, but on the side, so it allows it to adjust, so you can pull it in, tighten it in. Right. So it has some self-adjusting if you want to adjust a little bit, but it does have big loops, so you can fit a 1.5-inch belt, duty belt in, and these are fire resistant and made out of high quality materials as well too.
Very cool. Now I have a question on the pockets. What can you put in the pant right here?
So that's a great question. Actually, we'll start off with the side pocket also. I forgot another feature. Inside your cargo pant pocket, if we were to open it up and look inside, may not be hard to see, but there is a bungee retention in there.
Okay.
Right, so it is the same size as an M4 mag.
Nice.
So you can put an M4 mag in there, and then it's not going to be sloshing around in your pocket. Right, the bottom, if you guys don't know where the bottom pocket, it's like who's going to put something down by their ankle. So people put little items that you can get on when you're in a vehicle. So when you're sitting down, cargo pants or your actually front pocket is quite hard to get if you're in a vehicle. Right. So imagine you're doing vehicle Humvee duty and you want to, you know, a lot of people smokes or dip, or, you know, you're into that type of chewing gum, whatever it may, a quick snack. Right. You know, it's a pocket. It's actually sized to fit a pack of cigarettes and a lighter. It's, you know, I think that's where it came from. Right. You know, because you can quickly grab it at your leg, put it back in there, and it's not. Or your knife. Oh, actually, knife is going to be up here. There is a knife, independent knife pocket right through here on the side here. So if you did have a knife, and they do have zippers on the back pockets, which I like. Your wallet's not going to fall out. Nothing's going to come out. The other part of the combat uniform is this is a combat shirt. So if you guys don't know, hopefully everybody knows what a combat shirt is. What makes a combat shirt different than a regular BDU top is it uses a more of an athletic material in the center with ripstop sleeves. Right. Right. This happens to be a dry fire, which is a fire retardant material as well too. Which is mil spec, right? All clothing needs to have some fire resistance within here. It does have nice pockets on the side. They are Velcro and button. It has pockets for insertable elbow pads as well too. So if you do want to have extra protection on the elbow pad, and it has what's called a Mandarin collar, which is it's pretty tall. It's a pretty high one. So if you do roll it down, it's able to roll down pretty nicely. I've worn this for a few games now, and it breathes pretty well, it wicks pretty well, and it hasn't been extremely hot. One thing you'll notice is different than some of the cheaper brands or other knockoff brands is the hole where your arm is much larger than you'll see on some of the other brands. This is because in real military, people roll their sleeves. Right. So if you have a very small opening, it's very hard to get a roll to get it to roll up. So it's uniformly the same size all the way down. It's got a good cut. It's got nice quality Velcro on it, and been really satisfied with the quality of this uniform so far. This is not my first Crye combat uniform, but this is my first set in AOR, and I'm really happy to build out my green loadout using AOR.
What does AOR stand for? Oh, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. You know this stuff. I don't know this stuff.
You're going to stump me. I do not know. We'll have to put it in the notes what AOR means. Yeah, operational area, region, area of operation or something, I believe. Okay. So it has to do with the area of operation. That's why it's AOR 1, AOR 2, and AOR 3, which is a tan, green, and blue camo.
So this is the latest camo pattern.
Yes, this is what the Navy has decided to issue as their standard issue moving forward.
And does any other armed forces use it too? Or?
No, this is up until recently, this camo was pretty difficult to find. It's been in test and development phases with the United States Navy, Department of Navy, for years, going through the multiple different patterns. And the only way to get AOR camera 1 or 2 was through secondhand on eBay. And to be honest, in the past, the only people that were issued AOR 1 and 2 camo were Navy SEALs. So most people recognize this as the Navy SEAL camo, and that's what it is. This is the Frogman camo, right? This is where it came from, is the Navy SEALs using their pattern. So it used to be quite expensive to purchase a set like this. Crye Precision doesn't sell this on their website. This is not something you can just go onto the Crye website and pick up. This is something you're going to have to get through a surplus, because this is Navy issue.
Okay, so now let's talk about Crye in general, just in case our audience can't get a hold of this particular camouflage pattern. You've worn enough of these guys to know So your honeymoon stage is over. What I mean by the honeymoon stage is when someone buys something, they're in love with it, right? So
Definitely.
that's like the theme that I'm gonna have on my YouTube videos soon, is getting on the honeymoon stage. Whether it's my motorcycle, my guns, or my bow, or whatever I shoot, or whatever I do, there's always a honeymoon stage. We're like, oh yeah, it's the best because I bought it.
Totally.
Well, you've worn this enough to be out of the honeymoon stage.
For about 3 years, I've been wearing this style of pants. You know, I've gone through multiple different variants and camo patterns, and the lightness, and also the thickness, the material of not cutting yet still being able to breathe, we play high speed indoor, so being able to move and having enough knee pad but not a huge hard shell.
Right.
Being able to use the side pouches as dump pouches, allowing me to run a slimmer kit, are things that I find. And also they held up. I wear these almost every weekend, and I wash them and I wear them, and I've been to Milsim events and took some falls in them, and they didn't rip, and they didn't break. But if you are looking for the pattern itself, Crye Precision, awesome manufacturer at the highest of their game. There are a whole host of other manufacturers that are coming out with AOR, and you're going to see a lot more companies coming out with them within the next years. Because of the Navy's switch over to this camo, right? You're going to see companies like Proper and those guys start cranking these out eventually.
Right.
It'll be a different cut in the pants, but the pattern will be the same. Ultimately, you're going for the pattern, and
this unique pattern right
this
here.
unique pattern is unique to the Department of Defense, United States Navy, and AOR pattern. So you won't see it on any other services or any other military throughout the world, and I'm liking it so far. I think it's unique, right? It's definitely a unique looking.
It is definitely a unique pattern, but I just want to let people know in general that Crye is a good company if you want to spend the money on a good.
Yeah, if you want something that's lasts and you're looking to make that next step. I know people are, you might have gotten your first pair of pants at a surplus store that may have been used, or, if you're looking to really, get a pair of combat pants that are really nice, that are going to last you the next level, and they're going to last, right? Like my first pair, I have them 3 years. They're still, they're faded. They look salty. They got some wear on them, but they have not ripped. They have not torn. They have not blown out on me, and still rock and roll.
Still viable.
Yeah, totally. So you get what you pay for. I've gone through other combat sets and different style of pants and that are out there, and I just, for me, their sizing, their fit and finish is you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
Be careful. There are some knockoffs out there too. So. Making sure, we're looking at, this is their proper Crye logo is going to be this one right here, right? And making sure inside on the pants, when you're looking at them, another way to make sure it's as real is going to be through, where is having the proper logo on them, right? And the proper printed.
Very cool.
Because there are a lot of knockoffs, and you can get a knockoff set of this. You can get Sempo gear, or there's a couple other brands that are out there that are making G3 pants or AOR. AOR is a little harder to find. Sempo gear is one of the only other knockoff brands out there. Pretty good quality.
Right.
But if you're looking for the G3 pant or the G3 combat shirt, there are a lot of different companies that are starting to make different quality ones. Where you're going to get into the different qualities of the different ones is going to be in the stretch material, in the actual fabric itself, the zippers, the Velcro, things like that is where you're going to...
It probably won't be fire retardant.
It's not going to be fire retardant. That is definitely not going to be fire retardant.
Right. So it's not going to be mil-spec.
No.
It's not. All right, guys. Well, that's another Tier 1 Defense product review. We want to let you know what we have, what we use, what we recommend. Thanks for checking us out, and there'll be more to come. Thank you.